The poem I'll be reading is On Appalachian Legacy. It's a poem I wrote in response to the documentary The True Meaning of Pictures, which chronicles the work of Appalachian portrait photographer Shelby Lee Adams. Did you see beauty, Shelby, in the gap-toothed, greasy grin of relegated generations, the gaunt, leathered face of Bertha Napier, in her uninhabited gaze and the immediacy of death which she extols with each drag of her Peterson pipe? Was it compassion you captured, in the distorted, dilapidated faces of Downs, the depravity of each child's circumstance, in the acquiescent gaze of young mothers, their dreams briefly resident beneath curled lips, before being spat out with the flippancy of saliva? Did you see hope, Shelby, amidst their atavisms, their isolation and ignorance, their unconquerable clutter and encyclopedia of decay? In the serpent handler's swollen arms in severe faith, the two-toothed boy fondling the rattler snake like a slinky, and his father's encouragement, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Was it truth you sought in the evacuated entrails of a hog stretched out like a freshly starched sheet, surrounded by tedious faces made momentarily lustrous by your offering, a staged sacrifice on the altar of a holler, and the instructions you gave them? You should try putting the hog's head on your lap. Did you see love, Shelby, in the marriage of a young girl to a rough, corpulent man, her body not yet her own and never to be, his entitlement enveloping her, her small fingers flossed between his fat hands, or, in the pregnancy to come, a child-bearing child, in a life exhausted before started? Mostly because of my appreciation for the written word. It kind of presented a field of study that coincided with my abilities and my passion. I've become a better creative writer, exposed myself to wider forms of literature, and become just a more intelligent producer and consumer of literature as a whole, I'd say. My senior capstone class, Ourselves and Others, which dealt with colonial and post-colonial literatures and just how we constitute identity in the modern world.